Hello, hello. Oh my gosh, y'all. If you've been following me, you already know I have pushed this live back about 25 times. I needed a nap. You ever been pounding the pavement and it's like, I need a nap. So that's what I did. I took a nap before I did this live because between taking a nap, being on Threads, because Threads has essentially become my new Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in forever, but I love that Threads is a nice, I don't know. I like Threads. I'm feeling it. Yeah, I'm finding my groove on Threads. So that's where I've been. But I needed a nap because too much to talk about. It's so much going on. Hi to my YouTube family. Hi, Facebook. Hi, IG. Lord. It's cold in my house at the turn. I'm like, what is happening? The fall is quickly approaching. Who's on my chat? Let's see. Bar Star, welcome. Hey, Sean. Hey, Mama V. Welcome. Hey, Cheryl from Seattle. Listen, I'm going to warn IG now. If you guys have not hopped on over to YouTube, make sure you do so. Same name, look up I'm Simply Winter. You should see me live now. Click on that. Make sure you guys are able to log in there because that's how I'm able to see your comments. I really don't see comments on IG. It's just like that, and it's kind of strange. I will do some housekeeping because you guys know that the Romancipation is this Saturday. So if you are in the DMV and you have not gotten your tickets, make sure you do so. Would love to see you on Saturday. We're going to have a good time. We've got a good crowd coming out, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it because, listen, relationship discussions are running the internet right now, especially after this Cam Newton interview with the doctor. I saw his edit to her interview on his YouTube page. And her title that he gave was, "How are you a 41-year-old relationship coach and still single?" That is really a petty dig. And it's really speaking to his offense and how she showed up on his podcast. I think people always resort to low blows when they feel a way about something you have said. Trust me, y'all. People love to throw in my face with you were married twice. Still don't make anything that I said wrong. You can still call a spade a spade. People love to point to your past. It is my past. If I have learned from it and moved on, who gonna check me, boo? People love to say that. And it's on both sides. I can't say it's men. I can't say it's women. It's foolishness all the way around. I see women in the comments being butthurt. I see men in the comments being butthurt. Everybody need to go heal. It's ridiculous. We don't get anywhere fighting against each other. And it's primarily, from what I can tell, y'all, the Black community, I'm like, yo, what is going on? It's like we hate each other. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Finder Dove said, boo, I got my tickets. Yes, I look forward to seeing you, Finder Dove. It's going to be a good time. But it's like, what is all the animosity about? I legit do not understand it. And it's not to say that other races don't go through their problems. They do. Let's be clear, they do. But I just feel like we be on this good internet, this Comcast, Verizon, and Xfinity internet, and Cox acting a plumb fool. It's possible to have various opinions, y'all, and coexist. It's not the end of the world. It's really not. It's not the end of the world. And I don't understand why there's such difficulty with that. I pray for healing in our community. I think that's the biggest thing for me. I pray for healing. I pray that at some point we can call a truce and really focus on what is in the best interest of the family unit in general. I don't know. Maybe we can get there. Maybe we won't. But It's just sad to see. I've definitely been engaged on Threads, and honestly, I've been engaged in some really great discussions on there, but you do have those weird few that hop on, and it's like, did you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning? Like, why do people wake up and choose violence? It's just strange. It's strange. It's strange. Hi, Marilyn. How are you? Hey, Keyshawn. Good to see you guys. But I've decided in my good old ripe age of 42, I am not arguing with folks. I'm not going back and forth with people. I just block them and bless them and move on. The Bible says to bless the enemies. They're not even an enemy for real, because I don't know them. I just block them and bless them. I just don't have time. Hello, all the tea in China. Love, Key. Good evening. Happy Thursday. Yes, we have a lot to talk about today. There's so much going on, but I had to really talk about that. Hey, Aunt Natty. Good to see you. But I have missed y'all. I told you I was gonna slowly but surely just come on back. I was slowly but surely gonna come on back. We getting there. We got 2 in this week, maybe 3. Did I get 3 in this week? I might have got 3 lives in this week. I can't remember, but I said I'm slowly but surely coming back. I think I just feel good because I'm down 10 pounds. I feel great about that. We were back on this journey of trying to get back snatched. Marilyn, it's all you can do. Block them and bless them. You can't. You're too blessed to be stressed. You block them and bless them. Happy Friday Eve. Yes, Chronicles of Kim K. Hi, Paulette. Hello. Listen, we have our people loading in. Hello, Toot Latrice. Yes, come on in. Make sure you like the live. Be kind. Make sure you like. What were y'all's thoughts on the Cam Newton interview? It really has the internet in shambles. And I thought she really made some great points. I'm glad you caught my live too. I really didn't understand what the issue was. I mean, you brought her on there as a professional to give her opinion. And I really try to make a distinction between coaches and therapists. I respect the craft of therapy because my sister is a therapist. And y'all, she works very hard. I tell people all the time, I am not a therapist, nor will I ever pretend to be a therapist. I ain't gonna moonlight as no therapist. And when I did relationship coaching, and let me just be clear, because y'all love to compliment me, why are you a relationship coach? I have not been a relationship coach in 5 years. That was the lie that I didn't like on Love and Marriage DC that they tried to perpetuate as a part of my storyline. I was not a relationship coach. I used to be. I was no longer, even when I got on the show. But even when I was, and I was intelligent enough to determine when a client needed therapy versus coaching, I will refer them to a therapist. You're not going to sit here and have a mental meltdown on me. And quite frankly, a lot of people go to coaches when they should have therapy. And I think coaches need to be more cognizant and diligent about not trying to take on therapy clients. Because I'm not trained to diagnose no mental health condition. I'm not. But I can tell you when your needs are outside of my scope of work. I can absolutely tell you, baby, I cannot help you. You need to go lay on a couch. Need a couch. Hi, Regina. You need a couch. I can't help you. I can pray for you. I can give you wisdom, but I cannot help any sort of mental issue that's going on. And I think that needs to be very clear when we talk about coaches and therapists. Coaches do not have the ability to diagnose. They can try, but they are not qualified nor educated to do so. Pink Hearts Forever, welcome. So all that to say, I didn't understand why he brought her on there to drag her. If I'm invited to be a guest on a podcast, I would like to think that my thoughts and my expertise and my responses are to be respected, and I shouldn't have to follow a script. I should be able to share authentically. And now why is my child up here blasting that music when I told her I was going live? Let me send a text. Y'all know we new parents, we text, we don't yell. Give me a moment and go ahead and send this text. I'm like, no. Okay, my text is sent. All right, we're good. Hi, Zane. Welcome. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he has such a big deal. It has, like I said, it has the internet in shambles, and people are very up in arms about things that she shared. And I get it. Listen, at the end of the day, the way I see it is I'm not about to sit up here and convince no grown man that his actions may be detrimental. Because at the end of the day, he is proactively procreating with willing participants. Two grown people making decisions. Y'all got to live with the consequences of your decisions. I'm not about to stress my edges trying to convince another adult that their actions may be destructive. Because if you got a willing pair of legs that are willing to part in a V and allow you to procreate, what do? He's not doing it by himself. I feel the same way about Nick Cannon. I'm not going to waste my God-given breath. It's just how I feel. I'm not going to stress myself out. I'm not going to waste my God-given breath trying to convince grown people that their actions may be destructive. I can only hope and pray that they realize the error of their ways, but they still out here doing what they do. Paulette, I don't disagree, but I'm not about to. I commend her for trying. But he has a willing participant. He got willing participants. What do? You say I'm always smiling. I appreciate that. I try to keep a smile on my face. You know? Every day is a good day to be alive. How about that? I'm grateful for life. But I don't know, y'all. I was telling them on Threads, I quit relationship coaching because it was draining. And people are absolutely delusional. And rather than continue to convince people of their delusion, convince people that their delusions were not healthy, I had to bow out gracefully. I do more inner work and inner healing support. I work with divorcees that are working on rebuilding and moving into the next phase of their life. I work with professional women that are in the midst of transition. Maybe they quit their job. They want to quit their job. They're dealing with management, leadership changes, or maybe they are a leader and they're having difficulty managing. I work with them. But people in relationships, it became too much. I was overwhelmed. Now, I do love discussing relationships. I wish there was a title for a professional relationship commentator. I could do that all day, every day. I love discussing relationships. It's great. I love human psychology and human relations. But just sitting here helping, no. A lot of people are delusional when it comes to love. Yeah, people got mad at me for dumping a rapper, but I wasn't delusional. It wasn't a good fit for me. Just like I knew that the old man wasn't a good fit for me. I had to put my own self in therapy to figure out why I allowed it. Now, we got to the bottom of it. It had little to do with him and everything to do with me. But it wasn't because I didn't see it. Hi, Uppity. Hey, Philly Girl for Life. Welcome, y'all. I saw them red flags. But I didn't know the extent of all the foolishness. But there were things that I should have not ignored. And there was a reason why I ignored it. And that's what we got down to the bottom to in therapy. Why? The why was important. And it caused me to date much differently. Therefore, the rapper got dumped. Because we ain't going to make the same mistake twice. I don't care how good people think a person may or may not be for you. You know deep down when somebody is terrible. A terrible option for you. Now, don't make him a terrible person. It just makes him terrible for you. And it's the best decision I could have ever made. I would have never been able to experience the relationship I have right now, which is very healthy. And it's going strong. 18 months in. Could y'all imagine? Y'all would be so mad at myself. I would be so mad at myself to know that I would have missed out on this to appease a TV audience that didn't know what was going on in real life because they thought he was good for me when I knew deep down inside he was not. Crazy. And that's how I got another situation. Listening to other folks thinking that old man was good for me. He was not. But I knew it, and I should have followed my intuition. So I followed my shanana on the rapper, and I do not regret it. It's the best decision I could have made for myself. I don't regret it at all. Promise you. We're a lot more capable of making good decisions than we think we are. Best decision. It's a fantastic decision. I laugh at everybody. It was like, oh, when did I know how to pick no good man? The heck I do. The heck I do. Got him. A good one. Baby, I've learned to trust myself. That's what I didn't have before. I didn't know how to trust myself. I know y'all ready to get in. I already know. I'm going to make a commercial first before we get into it because I know by the time we get to Love and Marriage Huntsville, we're going to be into it. So before I get into it, y'all see my poster on this good old screen. And I want everyone, Uppity, I wish I knew you were going to be in this chat because honestly, I would have had you post it. But I'm going to drop it in a chat. I want all of my ladies to go check out GrowHer Society and check out our new programs that have been launched. Enroll in them good programs. I need to figure out, because I am new to Stan. You guys heard of Stan Store? So I'm moving all of my information over to Stan, and I have not figured out how to do discounts. I got to figure that out because I always like to give my IC Insiders a discount, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So that's on hold until I figure out how to implement discounts. Anyway, neither here nor there. Make sure you guys go check out GrowHer Society. There's a program that resonates with you. Enroll, share it with your friends. Uppity, do me a favor and spread the word to my baby love. Yes, all the tea in China. Yes, you have 1 month of membership as an IC Insider. Absolutely. See, y'all be asking me to drop the link to be an IC Insider on YouTube. And every time I drop the link, y'all claim y'all can't join. I'm going to try to find it for you. But I'm telling you now, I think you have to be on your PC or, like your laptop or something to join. But yes, congratulations on being a month old. Happy IC Insider Day. That's amazing. Y'all, I love my IC Insiders, but let me tell you, we about to get into it. You said runs to the desktop. Yes, you have to be on a desktop to enroll in the IC Insider membership. Y'all know I gives all the tea over on. I be telling everything in my Icy Insider community because that's what it's about. I love being able to be unfiltered. So everyone in my Icy Insider community know that I'm unfiltered over there. I tell things on there that I don't say on here. I try to filter myself, but I don't filter myself in Icy Insider. Y'all know Winter got a lot of opinions. Strong ones. And I reserve those strong opinions, and I reserve that intimate tea for my Icy Insider community. So if you are not an Icy Insider, make sure you go join. If you are just logging in on Facebook, IG, or Twitter, make sure you go check out GrowHer Society. If you go to my Instagram profile, you're able to click the link and enroll and register. We have 4 new programs that have just launched. You can purchase any one of my ebooks that we have available. It's anything from inner healing to empowerment to media training. We covered all the things that I love, all the things that I've personally gained experience in or taken classes on is infused into GrowHer Society. But honestly, you said whoever did your website design showed out. That would be me, Uppity. So I have a background in marketing and communications. I actually know how to code. I just don't like to. And I always design my websites. I actually paid someone to do my website, and it was crap, basically. And I had to redo the whole thing. So anytime you guys see like flyers or my website or my stand store, I always do it myself. I just don't like to do it for other people. So when people ask me who do my flyers, I don't even like to tell them that it's me, because I don't want them to ask if I will do it for them. Because I don't want to. I'm not a graphic designer. I just know how to do what works for me. Does that make sense? Ain't no harm. But I do marketing and communications strategy and consulting. But the reality is that a lot of it has to do with that's my background. Like, I've done all of it. I've had to manage and build websites. I've had to build content and design flyers, and like, I used to own a magazine too. So I have a really good eye for layout and design, but I don't want to do it for other people. Like, I will refer out to a graphic designer when I'm working with clients. I don't want to be responsible for the work. It's like when you do your own braids and twists, right? I don't mind doing it for myself, but I don't want to braid and twist nobody else's hair. I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it, you know? Oh, gosh. But all that to say, y'all, let's get into the matter at hand, because y'all already know the streets is talking. The streets is talking. The streets is talking. Now, what I try not to do is watch everybody live before I do my live, because I don't want my opinions to be swayed. I don't want my opinions, I want to speak for myself. I want to speak for myself. But let me tell you, there's a part of me that feels vindicated. Y'all feel me? Hey, Braylon. Yes, Uppity, that narcissistic and spiritual abuse is necessary. I would highly encourage, because let me tell you, the Saints is cutting up too. Don't get me started. I had a whole live about it on TikTok, because your girl is on TikTok now. Had a whole live about it on TikTok because the Saints is cutting up. Don't get me started. That's a separate situation. The Saints are cutting up. But when I tell you, I feel vindicated. I really, really do. Sometimes people think you are just saying things out of turn. You're just whining. You're just complaining. I feel vindicated. I really do. I feel vindicated because, listen, woo pig suey, Braylon. Yes, Razorback season is upon us. But I feel vindicated because there is no way that I could have known all the things that would happen after I did my interview with Queen Sheba. I was honest. I spoke my truth. I gave context from my experience. Of course, you always have ignoramuses that love to spin your experience because they don't agree with it. But you don't have the right to dictate how someone describes their experience. You don't. You can't mitigate it. You can't discredit it, because my experience is my experience. And unless you were in my body when I had said experience, you just got to deal with what that response is. All that to say, I did not do my interview to bash nor hate on. I was simply detailing my experience because I knew that I was not coming back to the show. But I knew I was telling the truth. I tell you that. I knew I was telling the truth. And I knew I was not by myself. What I believe is going to start happening is people are going to start being honest. Because there comes a point when people get tired of being pitted as the villain or the bad guy, when you know that is not what you signed up for. I don't care what reality TV is or is not. You do not get the right to bash my character when we know the truth. We know the truth. So what I find is that truth tellers are villainized in efforts to discredit their truth. So if I can point to the things that you've done wrong or may have done wrong and get enough people to focus on the things you have done wrong, then I can water down the eyes that would be enlightened by your truth. Just because, let's say for instance, just because I may have accidentally ran over a trash can, okay? Or ran over my neighbor's trash can. That does not give the neighbor the right to slash my tires. And there's a lot of that happens in reality TV. There's a lot of that happens. But a lot of people love to say, oh my gosh, well, they did this and they did that, and look at this. It doesn't make the truth any less the truth. It doesn't make the truth any less the truth. People love to say, well, oh my gosh, Mel is not innocent. Does it make the truth any less the truth? Does it? And people will spend so much time focusing on how someone isn't innocent versus actually acknowledging that the truth is the truth. And that's honestly what I see going on. Everyone wants to focus on, people not being perfect, and people did this in the past, and well, she made this mistake. But does it make the truth any less the truth? It doesn't. I think there's a lot that has gone unchecked. Not just from where I was sitting, but I think we can all agree that there is a lot that has gone unchecked when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. A lot. There's a lot that I feel hasn't been acknowledged or addressed. There's a lot that's been swept under the rug. Whether or not that's been for a storyline or not, I don't know. I can speak from experience, and I can absolutely 1000% tell you that there are things that are discarded that would aid in context for the audience for the sake of storylines. I can absolutely tell you that there are scenes removed or altered for the sake of a storyline. And then when someone notices that that has happened to them and they speak up and say, hey, that's not true, or that didn't happen, or let me give you context, then all of a sudden we're told to be quiet. And we're messing up the storyline, and we don't understand reality TV, and we're not good at reality TV. I'm sorry. This is my real life. You don't get the right to play with my real life. I don't care what you think I signed up for. And there are some people who hide behind the curtain of reality TV to be messy. Oh, well, you know, it's just reality TV. We had a lot of those where I come from. Oh, well, you know, it's just reality TV. But God forbid you use the same reality TV to call a thing and call a spade, then, you know, oh gosh, you worse than Lucifer. Don't let you speak up for yourself. Don't let you start connecting the dots. Don't let you start pulling some slips or calling out some slips showing, oh, well, you just messy and you just like drama. Do I now? Do I? Let me tell you, this is where you get people coming out of the outside of the script. I'm telling you, this is where you get people going out, breaking fourth wall. You know why people break fourth wall? Because they fed up. They fed up with aligning with a storyline that's false, that is destroying their real life. It's only so long I'm gonna play reality TV. I told y'all, it's a lot of people playing reality TV, but they don't want to acknowledge that playing reality TV is impacting people's real lives. And there's only so long I'm gonna play reality TV, and then I'm gonna come from behind fourth wall and I'm gonna start telling the truth. I have legitimately seen people be calm before the cameras were rolling. And when the camera started rolling, picked up a pair of pom-poms and became all rah-rah. I'm sorry that I have to break fourth wall and tell y'all that that was fake. They weren't for real right then. That wasn't real. That's pretend. That didn't happen. That wasn't true. People get tired of playing reality TV. That's why I told you I'm good on it. Nope, get somebody else to do it. And everybody said, oh, Winter, why would you go on there? Why would you go on Queen Sheba and say all of that? Why would I go on Queen Sheba and tell the truth? Is that what you want to know? Tired. I don't want to play reality TV anymore. Tired. Let's call a thing a thing. Y'all protect the not so innocent. Not you know what? Not you preaching better than they cash apping. Listen, it was only a matter of time before that live happened. Yeah, I hope y'all caught the live, and I hope y'all caught what she was putting down. I hope y'all was picking up what she was putting down. Baby was tired. She was. Baby was tired. Absolutely tired. So who do y'all think she was calling out? Who do y'all think is responsible? Who do y'all think should be held responsible? I promise y'all, I am literally counting down. April will be here before you know it. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. My year is almost up, baby. Listen, I can't wait. I'ma sing like a mockingbird in the key of C. I can't wait. Because there's a lot of things that go unchecked. And it shouldn't go unchecked. To the detriment of people's mental health, to the detriment of people's reputations, to the detriment of people's livelihood. I'll never apologize for what I did because I told the truth. It doesn't matter if people liked it. It didn't matter if it was palatable. Oh, Witter, you'll never work in reality. You think I care? Honestly, do you think I care? Nobody cares about that. It's exhausting to keep up a facade for the sake of reality TV. When people want to align themselves with a false narrative outside of reality TV. Cool. If we're all reality TV and we understand that it's reality TV, but when we come outside of reality TV, we can be our real self and we can live our real lives, and people that are inside of reality TV are respectful outside of reality TV and they're willing to be honest. Cool. Fine. I'm cool with it. But that's usually not the way it happens. That's usually not the way it happens. Usually, you have people that don't mind reality TVing on reality TV, and then they come off of reality TV and they live their real truth. And then you have some people that reality TV on and offline. On and offline. So it's tough to be in that environment. And so then you find yourselves in this duality that can become very exhausting. It is a lot. I done told y'all, I don't want to be famous that bad. I don't. It's too many other ways to be famous. Baby, I can go on TikTok or Pop Lock and be famous. I don't want to be famous that bad. I just don't. I can go Pop Lock for likes and be famous. But the problem is that people like that their reality TV persona amplifies their existence because their reality is trash. Let me say it again, baby. That'll preach, y'all. That should have been a sermon. People like that TV amplifies their reality because their reality in real life is absolutely trash. So I love pretending so all these people think that I have this, that, and the third. They love it. I love all the attention, and I love that people think that I'm balling and I've got all these businesses, and I love y'all thinking that. Because I know in real life, that's not my real life. Which I don't know why y'all be so shocked when people get the Googling and Foogling and finding out the real tea, and the audience be like, oh my God. But see, this is who they were at all times. This is who they were. They just liked that reality TV made it appear like they were more. So a lot of people don't like disconnecting from reality TV because that means they got to go back to their reality. And the reality is not as glamorous as what is portrayed on TV. And I know all of y'all reality TV buffs are going to say Winter, but that's how Real Housewives of Atlanta started out. They didn't have nothing, and they just worked their way up until they got. I'm sorry, but how many people have become millionaires through this besides the obvious? I'm just asking. Because it seemed pretty even over there. It ain't even over here. I feel like everybody had what they had. With the exception of the obvious, which and y'all know it's Mel. Mel has had the most monumental blow up out of this franchise. Sis. Nobody else has blown up like that. Nobody. Yes, people have gotten notoriety. Okay, cool. But I mean, where the y'all know what I mean. Do some math. It's just not the same. It's not the same at all. People have what they had for the most part. So, oh, Zane, now that is funny. Oh, goodness. It's just, people are tired. I think people are tired. I even saw an interview with Sunny, and I think it was her brother, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I even see this in Sunny. When people start threatening to expose and tell the truth, it's because they're tired of abiding by the storyline they've been given. And if they have the ability to clarify and correct some things with telling the truth, that's what people get pushed to do. Y'all know I'll be ready to sing like a mockingbird. Now, in retrospect, I think that's why my storyline was changed. Because I started telling too much online. As a matter of fact, I even got a message from a producer telling me not to tell too much about the relationship being over. But I was not about to disrespect my new relationship, pretending to be in a relationship that had already broken up. So I told it anyway. Oh, sure did. I'm not about to sit here and lie. Uppity, now that is funny to me. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. I'm telling you. I just couldn't do it. Y'all know, I'm seriously not about to sit here and pretend. What am I pretending for? And somebody could be here and sit here and say, Winter is not made for reality TV, and that may be true. Because I like to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. Even if that means telling on myself. People love to say, oh, Winter, you were divorced twice. I sure was. Now what's next? What's your angle? Own your truth, honey. Can't nobody embarrass you with it if you own it. Only people to get mad about the truth are those that are trying to hide it. Other than that, you don't have an issue being honest. But Mel sounds like she's sick and tired of being sick and tired. And all this stuff coming for Shanita, baby, I wish some of my friends was on the show, baby. I tell you, things would have went a lot differently. I wish some of my real friends was on the show when I was on the show. What was she supposed to do? I'm confused. What was she supposed to do? You said they need to change the name because reality is your real life, period. It's manufactured reality. Reality TV is manufactured reality. It is. Producers are working the whole time to curate a storyline and a narrative. And they're real time extracting information that you give them to see how they can work it into the overall framework of the show. That's what producers do. Now, this is what I was telling y'all with the Sunny and Destiny situation. Like, I understood why Destiny felt betrayed, because there are some producers we really do consider our friend. However, in knowing what I know about reality TV, them producers are still doing a job. So I didn't tell no producer anything that I didn't mind being carried back. In fact, I had a code word with one of my friends that was a producer. And I would say off record. Therefore, nothing I said was carried back. Otherwise, if I didn't say off record, I already knew anything that I ran my mouth about, they was going to go back and tell because I didn't say off record. So it's one of those things where it's double-edged sword. You got to be careful because they are still at all times working. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Casino rules. I agree with you. She did what she's supposed to do. I don't know what else was expected. I don't know what else was expected. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. What would y'all expect people to do? It's not unreasonable for a friend to defend a friend. Now, let me tell y'all about this room situation. I'm going to tell y'all something else I learned I didn't know. Because y'all have to understand, I only did 3 seasons of reality TV. It ain't like I came in as a pro, okay? So, y'all remember, I was responsible for planning Winter Wonderland when we went on our cash trip, okay? I remember when they called me, they gave me 3 different options to choose from, but then they opted to go with a different option because the option I chose was not the option we got. I think that's intentional because based off the option I saw, everyone would have been happy with their accommodations, okay? They chose this house. I did not pick the house. Y'all have to be clear. I didn't pick it. So, right before we got ready to leave to go to the cash trip, one of our producers called me and she said, you have to figure out how you're going to assign rooms. And I said, okay, how many rooms are there? And I'm just going to draw. We can do like a little draw. We were going to play a game and that's how we were going to pick the rooms. She calls me back and says, we don't have time to play the game. You're just going to have to pick them. And I was like, well, I don't know. How do we assign the rooms? And she was like, well, there's a master. There is 2 other rooms. And then there's an additional bedroom. There are 2 rooms that are close by. And then there's another room that's by itself. I didn't know anything about bathrooms, nothing about that. So I just assigned a room. I just said, hey, I'm going to let people just pick as soon as they get there. First come, first serve. Whoever get in the house, everybody can race to choose their room. And she was like, yeah, but you're the host. Do you not want the master? And I was like, I really don't care who gets what room, as long as I got a bed to sleep in. It ain't no twins, right? She was like, no, everybody has a queen in their room. I said, okay, I don't care. She was like, but you're the host. Why don't you go ahead and take the master if you want? And I said, okay, sure, I'll take the master. We get to the location, and that's when I learned that 2 of the rooms upstairs have to share a bathroom. And of course, the way they fix the scene, it made it seem like I intentionally gave or picked this house with people knowing that they would have to share a bathroom. I'm like, no, that is not the truth. So there's a lot of things that we don't have control over. I don't care what's said. Literally, it was a setup for the drama of why she picked this house when she know that there was only a certain amount of bathrooms. So y'all hear people yelling, winter, winter. Imagine my surprise. It's wild. That's what happens on reality TV. And I know they don't want y'all to know that because it ruins the allure of reality TV, but that's what happens. It's what happens. So things are bound to go wrong because it's orchestrated that way. And quite naturally, if you invite your friends and you ain't super duper cool with everybody else in the house, then you're going to look out for your friends. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even technically supposed to stay overnight at the Cash Trip the first season at Monique and Chris Lake House. I had to sleep on the couch. Literally, I had to sleep on the couch. They did not plan for me to stay, and I ended up staying. So, I don't know. You said at this point, people need to accept that vacation hosts may have a job. Yeah, it's typical, but in general, if you're going on a couples trip, you don't want to have people without lodging. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. So I think in the upcoming weeks, I mean, it's almost like, okay, so remember y'all, how, oh gosh, what's the new couple that came from Ready to Love that was on our show, just how like they stayed in that Motel 6 looking place. I didn't book that for them. Production did. So I saw some people online saying, well, why Winter put them in that Motel 6 looking location? I didn't pick it. I didn't pick it. So y'all have to be mindful when y'all watching some of this stuff. Everything is not what it appears to be. I said it's manufactured reality. It is. If it was reality, then you wouldn't need producers. Now you don't need producers. Not a Dulo. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm telling y'all to sleep on the couch. I'm not even kidding. It is wild. But if it was reality, you wouldn't need producers, and you certainly wouldn't need producers holding up cue cards to keep the show storylines moving. And it's the same for everything. I witnessed, I mean, it's just how reality TV is done. Absolutely uppity. Got people looking at me crazy. It's not even my fault. That's the part I can't stand. And then you're expected to just go with the flow. So it's frustrating. That's why I said I had to bow out gracefully. Oh, absolutely true, Pacino. Absolutely. You can actually, so a good producer actually can give you a warning and let you know when the audience is going to turn their opinion of you based off of how they have edited and produced. So it could be bad, and a producer will say, don't worry, it's going to turn around in a little bit. If it's reality, how would you know that? How would you know that? Even when my sister, who's a therapist, came on the show with me in the studio, they raised up the cue cards for her to say things and she wouldn't say it. Now, my sister's a reality TV buff, so she knows how reality TV works. So she was like, I'm not saying that. To make it seem really undermining my competence. But y'all see what they did when I started talking and being honest about not being with the rapper anymore. They manipulated the footage to make it seem like my issue between he and I was joy, when that was not the truth. But they needed to figure out a way to cushion and make the storyline more interesting, because they already knew that I had spilled the beans about us not being together anymore. So now we got to juice up the storyline. So if you notice, the audience largely flipped. Hey, Tati? The audience largely flipped because the perception was, I was mad because of joy. And what was the other thing they wanted to flip? I didn't know a good man. I'm like, okay, I'm good. We good over here. I did what I should have done. No regrets. Pacino, no, they're not. All reality shows use them. You have to think the protocol for reality TV is standard. These producers move around from show to show. So, and yeah, in some cases, it's very common. And if they don't use cue cards, the producers are whispering in the ears of their particular reality TV star to discuss and talk about this, that, or the third. I have seen it with my own eyes. Right. Braylon, I agree. But that is the nature of reality TV. I keep telling y'all, it's manufactured reality. It's not, everything is not as it appears. Everything's not as face value. Only time people like to line up with reality TV is when it supports they lie or something they don't mind telling the truth about. But if people are honest, they would say, no, it's not 100% real all the time. No, everything is not as it appears. Yes, there are scenes that are manipulated for the sake of drama. Yes, sometimes it looks like we're at each other's throats, but we perfectly fine. For all y'all know, some of these people could be sitting here having a good old key and tea. It's some people y'all think hate each other. They literally be out here shopping and just hope that don't nobody catch them. Don't no paparazzi or no news people see them, or bloggers see them. Oh, absolutely. They needed a scapegoat. And I think that's what people are starting to peep. They look for scapegoats for drama. And then try to sell it to you as it being a good thing because you get eyes on you if you're perceived as the villain. The problem is the audience don't know nothing about that. And it's people that take that stuff seriously, and you are literally responsible for ruining people's reputation because everybody don't understand, how reality TV works. I have the hiccups. Lord, it's got a lot going on. Let me drink some water. Jesus. So it's unfortunate, but to me, there's some inner workings of this season of Love and Marriage Huntsville that I don't like. Hi, Anitra. And I can give people credit where credit is due. I do think they're trying to put it back on track, but something is getting lost in the sauce for me. That's the truth. Where it all falls, I don't know. But I will tell you, I feel vindication upon my soul. I mean, I was dealing with a lot of, well, no, I take that back. Because once I did Queen Sheba, honestly, I literally, I gathered a lot of support. A lot of support. But, there also were people that were trying to still fuel hatred and lies. But I done tried to tell y'all, God don't play about me. May not happen today or tomorrow, but the truth is going to be revealed. And I still think it's more truth to come out. We'll see where the cookie crumbles. But I think we are getting mighty close to some pretty big revelations. That's my prediction. I feel it in my shanana. I'm telling you, I feel like we getting really close to some revelations. Hey, Cece. Julia, nope, never. Because I didn't lie. What needs to be said? Was there a lie told? I thought I was very judicious, honestly. Just my thoughts. Could have been way worse. But I do feel there's a rumbling in the woods. There's a rumbling in the woods. Woo! Should be interesting. Should be interesting, but I do feel there's a rumbling in the woods, and we're getting close to some mighty big discoveries. That's my thought. Don't make it law. IG, if you are on here, make sure you guys go register to attend the Romancipation if you're in the DMV this weekend. If you're a lady on here from IG, make sure you go check out GrowHer Society. The link is in my bio. We just opened up new programs. Make sure you register and join. I can't wait to see so many of you guys in the live trainings. It's going to be a good time. But I'm going to disconnect the live. If you're on IG, come on over to YouTube. I'm Simply Winter or Winter Womanland. I'll see you guys soon on IG. Bye-bye. All right. IG is disconnected. Let's see here. Streaming destinations. Let me take it off. Perfect. All that to say, I do feel like there's a rumbling in the woods. Oh, absolutely uppity. Abso-freaking-lutely. I told y'all. Not the only one. And my thing is, listen, you can have your little reality TV. I just feel like be mindful of how it impacts people and make sure there's nothing foolish going on your watch. Make sure that people are protected. Make sure that there aren't things that are detrimental. This is literally impacting people's real lives. And I'm sorry, there's not enough money in the world that will repair some of the damage. At some point, it's not an excuse to allow some of the things to happen that's being allowed to happen. Enough is enough. And I'm going to take it a step further. The audience has a lot of power. They have a lot of power. If y'all don't start seeing the changes that need to be seen, that protect people better, stop supporting this stuff. Stop supporting it. Stop watching it. Stop streaming it. Stop DVRing it. Sometimes the best way to hit people is in a pocket. That's literally the best way to handle it. Don't you even worry about it. Just start hitting them in their pocket. Stop watching it. Stop supporting it. It's just, audience has a lot of power. That's what I will say. Stop supporting it till some changes are made. That'll fix it. I agree with her, Linda. Absolutely. Oh, wow. I didn't see it. Some point we got to start listen, demand the change you want to see. I'm not going to sit here and keep talking about what I want. Start demanding it. And if it don't start happening, high designs and decor. Don't start happening, maybe you don't get my view. Period. And it's so funny because people will say, well, if the shows don't come on no more, content creators won't have nothing else to watch. That ain't true. It's 1,001 reality TV shows out here. There's plenty of things that content creators can talk about. That's like saying the content creators don't have the ability to be creative. They're creators. They don't have to talk about this show. They don't have to talk about any show. There are plenty of things to discuss that will bring ratings. Plenty. Absolutely, Regina. It's true. Listen, I'm going to pause. If you are in the chat, make sure you press that like button. It helps push me up with in the algorithm. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe to the content over here. I'm getting back active. If you have not become an IC Insider, I would love for you to become an IC Insider. Make sure you check out that membership button. You have to join on your PC to be able to subscribe and get access to IC Insider information. And if you are a lady over 35, I would love to have you in my empowerment breakthrough intensive. And if you're not a woman over 35, there are so many other programs that I offer. If you're a woman going through divorce, if you're a young woman that's navigated narcissistic abuse or spiritual abuse and you're needing some support, be sure to sign up for some of our programs at GrowHer Society. I'm going to put that banner back up. For those of you who are interested in joining, you are able to register and sign up today. We finally got that open. Our programs are updated. Designs and Decor said that we have Inez, welcome. She said I have a beautiful audience. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's amazing. Braylon, you said you have to do your research and you got to dig and to know that you can be more for yourself. Absolutely, Braylon. Absolutely. Cynthia says, I feel Melody was hurt when the executives ignored what was being done to her in real life. All they worried about was a storyline and not her mental health. I think Mel was very vocal about how she felt unprotected. And for me as a woman that has gone through a very similar situation, it's very painful when you go through divorce, infidelity, but let alone, the mistress having your husband's child, right? Or being pregnant by your husband. That's something that has to be handled in a very delicate manner. And then the things that happen subsequently as a result. I don't know how anyone can sit there and say that more shouldn't have been done. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't understand how you can ignore some of the blatant egregiousness that has occurred. I just don't understand. And you can't sit here and pretend like a woman or man doesn't need support going through something that traumatic. If the roles were reversed, I'm telling you now, I can't imagine we would ignore it. So I'm confused as to why she is being villainized for wanting support. I'm gonna be honest. I would lose my being on the same show, or if there even was a discussion of my ex-husband's mistress being on the same what? Sunshine Rays, welcome. Some things you have to learn to intervene. Because it's necessary. You said random, but next week's episode previews Destiny showing receipts that Melody was teaching Coleslaw how to cheat respectfully. Do you think that's why Melody is done with her? Because it would change our views of her? I don't know. But why are we showing I'm going to eat my edamame. Me, my Why? Hey, Really BTV. No, why would? Baby, I'm trying to curve my cussing. Now, you're not going to come on here and make me slip. Hey, healthcare workers, come on out the bushes, honey. Now, why do we care about people cheating respectfully? These people ain't. Child, y'all trying to raise my pressure tonight? Y'all trying to raise my pressure? Y'all trying to raise my pressure? Y'all trying to raise my pressure? I'm not going to allow it. Don't come in here trying to raise my pressure. No, we're not going to allow it. And my thing is, even if she did tell her, even if she did know about her, okay, let's hypothetically speaking, let's just dissect it, okay? Let's hypothetically speaking. I am almost 1,000% sure she did not anticipate that this girl would get pregnant. I can't imagine that was the deal. And I'm going to tell you the truth. At the very least, if you're going to do it, strap up. Take some birth control. Take a plan B. It's too many options out here. That was a conscious decision. I'm so confused. It just child. Now, y'all know all viewpoints are welcome over here. But I don't know. Let's say, for instance, okay. Thank you, Nisa. tell you what, these heifers know how to take plan Bs any other time. Any other time they're in the clinic. Then when you get knocked up by a married man, all of a sudden you can't find it. Don't get me started. Y'all know this personal for me. I understand it. Any other time, you taking that birth control like Tic Tacs. But all of a sudden, you pop up. Now, I ain't saying that the man has an excuse to be over there dipping low, spreading the wide when he got a wife anyway. But if y'all had some sort of agreement, the least you could have did was made sure you wasn't out here procreating. Bless that little baby heart. He nasty to be here. Well, she lost that fight. She absolutely lost that fight. It's hard for me. I just never understand it. I know you lying, Pacino Rules. I know you lying. Let me get my behind off here. God knows I got to prep for this emancipation, y'all. I love talking to y'all. I could be on here for a long time. It's already almost 90 minutes. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. We can talk again tomorrow because y'all know. Y'all want to talk tomorrow? We'll come back and talk. We can do a part 2. I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all, listen what I'm saying, Regina. These heifers take them things like Tic Tacs. Seriously. And all of a sudden you can't remember. Please. Intentional. Absolutely intentional. I sure hope y'all enjoyed yourself. You listen. Child, you know, I don't have time. Zane, I do gotta breathe. I'm telling you, I don't have time. That irks me. You at the clinic every other week. Seriously? Okay. BTV, I cannot wait to meet you. I'm so looking forward to seeing you. Anybody else that's in the DMV, please come on out to the Romancipation. I would love to meet you in person. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to go figure me out. I'm going to go figure me out something because this has really just, I got to get this out of my spirit. I'm just playing. It ain't my spirit. It ain't my spirit. I'm out, you know. It's good. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it again tomorrow. Because child. I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you check out the GrowHer Society, ladies. Pass it along. I know sometimes y'all be here. I didn't see anything that I needed, but you may know somebody else who needed. So if you don't see any programs that could work for you, make sure you share it with your circle that may need it. You may have a friend or some friends that may need it. So be sure to share it. If you are a content creator and you have offered to share or support anything that I'm doing, I would please ask that you share my GrowHer Society programs, that would be tremendously helpful in sharing that with your communities. I would greatly appreciate that. Sharing is caring. Some people always say, well, I don't have any money. It's not about money. Sometimes a share is care. So if you can share with your networks, I would greatly appreciate that. To all of my IC insiders, I'm going to be doing a special live for you guys very, very soon. And just give you guys some life updates, get into the tea and the nitty-gritty of some things. So if you are not an IC insider, I would highly suggest you become one. Sign up for that membership. But we're going to be getting back and rolling. Your girl is back. And I appreciate you guys for hanging in there with me. Continue to share the page, invite people to join the community. Even if they don't become an IC insider, just subscribe to the channel. We have a good time over here when we do. I love y'all. Have a good night and a good evening.